excites me about the role of Congresswoman is obviously what would happen in Washington, but more importantly, what will happen back here for families in our own district. And I think that we need to take this position and shine a spotlight on the disparity in African American employment. And again, I mentioned I would be a champion for increasing our access in WIA dollars. You know, in Nevada, we leave a lot of workforce training money on the doorstep of Washington. I would be fighting to bring that money here and target it towards our communities that are underemployed, like African American community.
Okay, I'm going to challenge you on that. Training. We get training. We have a lot of people who get training. It doesn't translate into a job. So
yeah,
how are we going to...
And I think when we do development agreements, that in those agreements we need to have a minority hiring agreement in that.
So you're talking about redevelopment,
Yes.
new businesses, new
Yeah, if the
entities.
business is coming in here.
Like Tesla, for
constructing,
example.
yes, we need to put in an agreement that would target African American jobs in that.
Thank you. Assemblyman Oseguera.
Sure. Look, I think some of the things we need to do are guaranteeing equal pay, providing paid leave, providing affordable childcare. These are all things that are barriers for folks to go out and get a job. If you can't, if your job isn't, you're not making enough to pay for your childcare, it doesn't make much sense. We've got to, again, I don't know with your labor question, I think we need to support and encourage labor to do the right thing there. The issue that you have with with hiring agreements, I agree that we should be doing that. We just have to make it within the Constitution, and that's been a problem with some of those provisions thus far, is that they were deemed not constitutional. So we got to make sure that we do them in a way that they wouldn't be stricken down.
Let me ask you a really quick question, and everyone can answer this with a yes or no. It's a two-part question, and I'll start with you, and we'll just go down this way. Are you a member of the Clark County Black Caucus? Are you a member of the NAACP?
No.
Okay. Mrs. Lee, are you a member of the Clark County Black Caucus?
Yes, I am.
Are you a member of the NAACP?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Senator Kewen, are you a member of the Black Caucus?
I have been, but I think I haven't paid my dues
For some years. And are you a member of the NAACP?
You know what? I'm not sure, but I had the honor of emceeing their dinner in Reno 3 weeks ago. I was one of the only Latinos out there emceeing the dinner, but at least the NAACP in Reno has embraced me as one of their own.
Okay. Well, we'd like to see you all participate in our organizations, because then that way you're aware of what we're doing, and we feel we have a teammate, on this. It's very difficult, the work we do. We're all volunteer organizations, and I'm sure you can appreciate that. My next question is, how often can residents expect you to come back to the district? And will you commit to having a diverse and responsive staff, both in Las Vegas and Washington, D.C., reflective of the community you serve? And we'll start with Senator Kewen.
Absolutely. And look, as a state legislator, we don't have to come back every weekend when we're in Carson City for the legislative session. I was back here every single weekend for the past 5 legislative sessions, maybe with the exception of when we had to stay for a weekend session. But I was always reaching out to constituents. I think at the end of the day, politics is not about John, about Susie, about me, about Preston Hardy, to be quite honest with you. Politics is about people. It is about representing your community. It is about giving a voice to the people who have no voice. And that is exactly what we need to do. So you need to come back. Every elected official needs to come back to their district every weekend if need be, from Washington, D.C., to talk to the people, but not only talk to them, but also